$36 trillion. A number so large, the human brain cannot comprehend it. To pay it off, every single American citizen would have to write a check for $100,000 today. It is not just a number. It is a mathematical impossibility. A ticking time bomb attached to the global economy. Most presidents have tried to ignore it, but not this one. Donald Trump once called himself the king of debt. Throughout his career, he used bankruptcy not as a failure, but as a strategic weapon. Now, he holds the checkbook of the United States. Is he planning to save the economy? Or is he preparing to bankrupt the empire to start over? To understand the danger, you don't need a PhD in economics. You just need to look at one simple chart. For the first time in history, the United States is spending more on paying interest on its debt than it spends on its entire military. Think about that. The greatest superpower on Earth is now working just to pay the bank. This is what economists call the death spiral. The government borrows money to pay the old debt. The debt grows. The interest grows. So they borrow more. It is a trap with no exit. In a normal world, the country would be declared insolvent. Game over. But America has one trick left up its sleeve: the dollar. Donald Trump knows this trap better than anyone. In the 1990s, his casinos were drowning in debt. The banks came for him. Most businessmen would have panicked. Trump did not. He threatened the banks. He renegotiated. He devalued his assets to rebuild later. He understands that when you owe the bank $1 million, you have a problem. But when you owe the bank $1 billion, the bank has a problem. Today, America owes the world $36 trillion. The world has a problem. Trump's strategy isn't to pay it back. That's mathematically impossible. His strategy might be the unthinkable: to devalue the dollar itself, to inflate the debt away. If the dollar collapses, what comes next? For years, the elite mocked cryptocurrency, but recently, the tone has changed. A strategic Bitcoin reserve, a digital dollar. Is this the lifeboat? While the old system burns down through inflation, a new financial architecture is being built in the shadows. One that relies on hard assets and technology, not on promises. Trump isn't trying to fix the old machine. He might be preparing to unplug it. But in every bankruptcy, someone has to lose. It won't be the banks. They will be bailed out. It won't be the politicians. They have insider information. The cost of resetting the American empire will be paid by you, through inflation, through the destruction of your savings. The king of debt is making his final gamble. The question is, are you a player at the table, or are you just the chips? But Trump isn't ruling alone. Next week, we expose the men standing right behind him, the billionaires who really run the show. Subscribe to Ego and Empire. You cannot afford to miss what's coming.